So he would go to bed, and I would be like...
This was happening after I headed upstairs to bed, right?
I would just take an extra 10 minutes and melt chocolate, dip it in my gorgeous almond butter. I would also make my own s'mores in the microwave.
Wow, the truth comes out.
So now when I go to bed, I have little things that I say in my head, and I'm like, run to bed, run away.
Run to bed.
Run.
Joanna, run, Joanna. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the Not So Late Show with your host. I'm Josh. This is Joanna. Say what's up.
What's up?
Are you too busy to do a show, or are you on your phone?
Well, no, I was gonna try to pull Facebook up on my phone.
I'm teasing you. Guys, this is episode number 12 coming at you. The 88 swag mask.
Oh, wrong way.
I know, it's kind of...
That's my earring, not a tag.
It's kind of mirror opposites, but...
Isn't that cool, people?
The new Studio 88 face mask just dropped this week, so we sent them out to some friends in the neighborhood, not the dental neighborhood, not our physical neighborhood. But yeah,
I think they like them.
Yeah, we've got a white version, a black version.
Masks have become so, I don't know, well, necessary, relevant, but it's fun to brand things.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's more fun to wear things that are branded in a really cool way,
yeah.
Right?
We like to do fun swag, fun lifestyle items, but the masks are just obviously so relevant right now. So yeah, awesome. Little glass of Chardonnay for the show. Chardonnay, guys. This is a Healthy Hills Chardonnay from California, 2018. We are grape growers, winemakers, sheep ranchers. While grazing our mountain vineyards, our sheep reduce the use of chemicals, mow the cover crop and grasses, all while creating fertility.
Oh my gosh,
so,
sheep ranchers.
That's what's up.
I know a few friends that would love to be sheep ranchers.
Sheep ranchers.
They have goats.
They have goats, but want to be sheep ranchers. So, Tali says, enjoy, guys. Thanks. Kevin Rubinick is on. Scott Mueller. Hey, guys, what's up? So yeah, first item up, let's talk about last week. Let's jump into some of the highs, some of the lows from our week, give you a little update on everything going on.
How was your week?
Good. Hear kids coming in and out of the house.
We're like, kids, just manage yourself for 1 hour. Oh my gosh, I have to go outside. Yes, you do, kid. You have to go outside.
So, yeah, last couple weeks have been nice. Finally feel like I'm finding some margin back in my schedule, kind of post-COVID. Everything just got so crazy for so long. It's been nice just working on some projects I've been putting off. We're in the middle of working through our HR manual, our team manual.
Yay!
So, and it's kind of a collaborative process.
Our talent guidebook.
Our talent guidebook.
We like to refer to HR as talent.
The talent team.
The talent team, right?
So yeah, I've been working on that the last couple weeks. You did a really
good job. You made some great progress.
Yeah, I mean, we're like a third of the way there, I feel like.
We might be a little more. There's been some, Joe and I built out a ton of stuff. You just haven't had a chance to look at it.
Yeah, okay.
Right, Homan? It's in there.
What about your week?
Well, I'm glad that you had I guess if I'm referring to last week I felt very emotional and just heavy, and I felt off. I just felt very burdened with just a few things that are obviously, I think, really front of mind with our country, Black Lives Matter, and we discussed that last week, and just the continued racism that we even see throughout the protest. It just weighs so heavily on my heart. Yeah. And, are we doing enough? Are we saying enough? How can we do more? Just thinking through those questions all the time. And also, someone that I really look up to announced that she was divorcing from her husband.
Yeah.
Rachel and Dave Hollis. And I think when I heard it, it wasn't necessarily that they were the divorce factor. It was that I respect and look up to them so much. like regarding their marriage.
Yeah.
And they've set a precedent with their marriage. They've spoken to us. I mean, just, I probably will never meet her in my life. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I've been so impacted by her insights, their perspective, the practical, you know, ways that they, you know, work on having and fight for having an exceptional relationship in marriage. And I think for, you know, to process the fact that that's over was just hit me like a ton of bricks last week.
Yeah, it was shocking for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should do a show on it here soon.
I think we might.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Maybe next week.
Yeah.
It could be good.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I think that maybe there's some other people that want to
help
process.
you process it. Live in front of your Facebook friends.
Process with Facebook. Yeah, that's my favorite thing.
Yeah. So made for a tough week.
So yeah, it did. And I don't know, you and I were like not in sync, if we're being honest, talking about marriages and, you know, being real and authentic. We had an off week.
Yeah, we're not always in sync.
No, we were both very strong individuals and we just had an off week. I don't know if there was really honestly anything too in-depth about it. And we just spent some time Saturday like getting back in sync and hearing each other out and... AKA
getting busy. No, that's not what that means.
Oh man.
No.
Okay, we can't make that one the teaser. Well, you got to find something else.
Yeah. So it was an interesting week for sure. One of the highlights the last couple weeks for me has been on Mondays, because Mondays is just a longer day for us, going to the office, lots of meetings all day long. We've been going to the pool, the community pool. The links.
We have to get a reservation.
Yeah, pool is open, but it's by reservation, so we have to
get on there really quick.
Those 48 hours ahead of time. They release them, and it's like crazy. People just jumping on, getting them. So,
but it's been really fun.
Yeah.
What have you liked about it?
It's a kind of a way to decompress. We get a little glass of wine and order some dinner at the pool and let the kids play. And
You're not cooking.
Yeah, and the water's been a little freezing, so they try to pull me in, and it's But
so, I had a video. Oh, dang it.
Shoot.
I had a video. I wonder if I could pull it up on my phone now to show you all.
We're live. We're going.
But it was priceless. Just watching Josh's face getting into that water, because I make the kids get in. I'm like, I'm canceling this membership if you don't get in that pool. And I just sat in the chair. I didn't get in.
Yeah, there's a whole theme here. It's kids go outside. Kids get in the pool.
It's good for them.
It's good for them, yeah.
Children shouldn't, unless they're little, they should be able to entertain and embrace creation in the world for an hour or two without parents being constantly hovering over them.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
called independence.
Yeah.
I'm like, we don't have to play with you 24/7 in the pool, you know? Go play. Now, if they're an only child and they need, you know, friends or a sibling or a cousin, I get that, of course.
Sure.
Did I cover all my stuff?
Summertime. How's it been for you?
Okay, listen. So
the start of summer.
The simple moments have been probably, the highlights for me.
Okay.
Just one high last week was having dinner together and going out to Easton. We went to North Star. It was our first dinner with the kids.
Yeah.
It was our first dinner with the kids.
Yeah.
Like post quarantine, and it was just like, I don't know. It was awesome.
Felt normal.
It did. It felt really
nice.
good. Yeah.
Did a little shopping, summer shopping for them.
Our kids are like Amazon children. They don't fit in anything. They're very tall. So every 2 seconds, they're like, Mom, look at this. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Does anyone else feel like that?
Yeah.
Parents?
So every season, it's like shopping.
The best part of ending the night was the kids started to ask me, can you tell us, Mom or Dad, some true stories, some embarrassing stories, and some moments you've had that we haven't heard about or whatever. So I just started thinking, and you know what? The only stories that I could come up with were about you.
About me, yeah.
Uh-huh. I actually could only think of slightly traumatic ones about me, and
Your
I was
most
like, these
embarrassing
are funny.
moments are my most embarrassing
They're
moments.
yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just filled them in, and I'm writing a book, and they might be in there. I might do a chapter like, do you want to laugh?
And it's just stories about me?
Yes.
It's amazing. So, all right, what's up?
Do you want to share any of them?
I didn't. Do we have time? I don't think so. We've got a pretty tight agenda. Scott Mayshaw's on. Hey, Mona, what's up? Carrie Salmon says, guys, we need to try and coordinate a pool meetup. We can never get in, but we'd love to find a way to meet up.
Oh my gosh, Carrie, I know. It's crazy. But yeah, we would absolutely love that.
Michael Nelson is here. Yeah, let's figure out a time. Hey, just come out on Monday nights. Like it's way less in demand. Be there. Benji Robinson, what's up, man? Is watching. So
well, listen, people. One day we're gonna have just a tell-all episode, and we'll share some of Josh's stories. He's got some really good ones.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, here's what we've been watching, what we've been listening to, what we've been reading all during this period. You know, it's funny. We started the show during COVID. It's kind of was like a, hey, here's a COVID show. Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're watching. I feel like, is COVID officially, the quarantine, stay in place, shelter in place, all that, it's kind of officially done, right? I mean, we're at like week 13, week 14. It's really less about that now.
Yes. Until you go and try to get your nails done or your hair, and then you're sitting wearing a mask the entire time.
Yeah.
And, you know, then you're just faced with, and I don't know, I think it hits me. Let me collect my thoughts. Don't rush me. I don't care that we're live. Sometimes I just need a second.
Sometimes you need a minute.
Gosh.
Everybody.
Have you guys ever watched Napoleon Dynamite? I do a really great impersonation. I just feel like we should lose track tonight of what we're supposed to do. What was I saying? Anyways, I have compassion and empathy for small business owners. When I go in and they serve me and provide services, they are still, like if we said, oh, COVID is kind of over, quarantine, they would be like, what the, no way.
No, for sure. I didn't even tell you this. I went into Aveda yesterday to pick up some conditioner and shampoo. And I walk in and the lady at the front desk makes a beeline for me, like around, and she comes up and she's like, can I help you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just getting some product. And she's like, what product would you like? I'm like, the shampoo right over there. And she's like, so I'm gonna have to ask you to go back to the door and put a mask on, and then we can get you product.
Oh yeah, like, Square One, New Albany.
So
they know what's up.
Yeah, they're very adamant on the mask.
Because if he goes and touches some of the product, they have to go and re-sanitize everything and keep track of what he's touched.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So what have you been watching lately?
Well, I had this idea.
Okay.
I thought that over the next few weeks, we could take a few moments to highlight some of the just extraordinary Americans of color, and even just people of color globally around our world who are using their voice to create change and are just doing inspiring things with their life. I'm always looking for someone or some voice to inspire. And I think that the more we highlight these brave people, that we have a greater chance of becoming brave.
Yeah.
Braver ourselves. So.
More brave
or braver.
Yeah.
There's a Bravo series. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Million Dollar Listing LA. They have like
New York and LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it just two?
Yep.
Okay. Anyways, they're both fantastic shows. We love them for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
If you're into like design and aesthetics and architecture and just properties and thinking about future investments, you would geek out on these shows. Yeah. However, one of the real estate agents was representing a seller couple and who happened to be humanitarians. And you recognize one of the authors of this amazing book, A Long Way Gone, Memoirs of a Boy Soldier from Sierra Leone. And his name is Ishmael, is it Beah?
Yep.
Yeah. And it was super cool because I'm married to the man where if you see a book, oh my gosh, we have a home library. You can just go in there and get it. Every time, 9 times out of 10, unless it's hot off the press, and Amazon or whoever just released it, I can just run in there and grab it.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. He is my bookstore.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyways, this guy, Ishmael, was born in Sierra Leone, West Africa, and he's a New York Times best-selling author of this book, A Long Way Gone. And he used to be one of the 300,000 child soldiers globally who have just been traumatized, hopped up on drugs, holding AK-47s, fighting these wars, right? And so basically Ishmael, he tells his story of escaping at the age of 12 and his journey through rehabilitation and coming back to life, really, from this experience. And I know you read that book, right?
Yeah, I read it. I would say interesting story. I was just going to find out when this was copyright, 2007.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's totally right. I bought this at Starbucks. Little known fact, I worked at Starbucks in 2007 when this book came out. Yeah, it was during one of those transition times when I was stepping away from church and ministry and landing in dentistry. And I was like, I got to go do something. I needed health insurance. I was like, Starbucks does health insurance for their employees. So I started there. And then in that process, I landed in dentistry. But that's when I bought this book.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you?
Little known fun fact for all you, my barista days. That's why
I used to be a barista.
Yeah. Oh, so Carrie Salmon says, well, they have that book in their home library. And yes, we do admire your color-coordinated library. Thank you.
Right, Carrie? That's very cool. So the problem is, though, it's not alphabetized by author or even subject. It's not categorized. It's categorized by color.
Yep.
So today I was like, hey, where did that book go? Because we pulled it out last night. And he said it's green. It's on the very top shelf with the green books all the way to your right. So
color direction.
I mean, I'm like climbing. He has a ladder in there.
Yeah.
To climb the ladder very carefully. Okay, back on track. Anyways, he has written a new book, Ishmael has, called The Little Family, which is a novel, and it's supposed to be a profound and tender portrayal of the connections we forged to survive the fate we're dealt with. And he really talks about, it's a little group of kids that are homeless. So listen, what is he doing currently? He is UNICEF's first advocate for children affected by war. This guy is amazing.
Yeah.
And he has basically taken a very broken story and chosen to be a very strong advocate and voice for truth and change.
Yeah, what was cool was seeing him on $1 Million Listing last night for sure.
No, with his wife.
Yeah, getting a house
and she's
for him.
Equally so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Carrie says, we always want to hear your funny stories, Josh. Come to the pool on Monday night, Carrie. That's where we're at. You know now. Benji Robinson, yeah, sanitation is adding 2 hours to our shoot days, but it's worth it because we want everyone to be safe. For real, bro. No, it's important. Carrie, we have the same book. Ariel Coons watching. She says she appreciates the dedication. Yeah, I know. So, all right. Hey, current situation. Here's what's up. Here's something just kind of as we're moving through post-COVID states and learning to deal with a new world. We just booked summer vacation plans. Finally pulled the trigger and did it. So
we're out of here.
Out. Peace. We were debating it for a long time. Finally, I think a lot of it was me. I was just like, I don't know I can make it through the summer without going somewhere.
Oh, same.
So yeah, but how do you feel? So obviously we're getting on some planes. How do you feel about that?
I feel fine.
Do you?
Especially after all the research I just did for this show, people, friends. Yeah.
Before we jump into Joanna's research on the planes here, anybody else gone on summer vacation, flown, going to fly? How was your experience? How did you feel about it? Put it down in the comments. Got them right here in front of me. We'll pick them up. So,
we're super excited to get away.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be great. I think that something that's not going to help moving towards this new normal is a bunch of fear.
Okay.
Especially if it's, and I understand feeling, I mean, we all have our different levels of like how we're handling returning to normal, and everyone has their own preferences. I won't get into that. But I was super encouraged to read kind of the protocols and the great lengths that TSA and the airlines are taking to make us like return safely and feel good.
Cool.
Okay. Can we dive into it?
Yeah, go for it.
So TSA,
I have not flown yet, so I actually have no idea.
I know. This is so fun because this is just stuff we're reading. But according to research and things that I've read, and we've actually have team members that have traveled, and they have also confirmed this.
Our team kind of rebooted 3 or 4 weeks ago and started flying again to sessions and clients.
TSA is fast. For once, they're not going to touch you. This is my dream world.
There's no more pat downs.
Because when they try to touch me, then I'm like,
you're through.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't frisk me. Trust me, you don't want to. So you do have to wear a mask through TSA.
Yeah.
They don't touch you. It takes about 1 minute. It's super efficient.
Okay.
And I think my question for you, because you're such a big TSA pre-fan, I am as well, but do you think that's going to change the need or the demand for TSA pre? With TSA regular, you're just like fast, like going through.
TSA regular is fast because there's not very many people going through. That whole system is not designed for efficiency, and I promise you it will break down again once all the people start flying again.
Yeah.
So like TSA pre might be like, oh, I don't know the value of that right now. Maybe it's worth it, maybe it's not.
Yeah.
Just wait till like whatever it is, 90 million people start flying again. Like
you might have some problems, TSA.
Yeah. So I don't have a ton of faith in that system. I've been around it enough to know. So
okay. Airline precautions that they're taking. Okay, so cleaner planes, which is fantastic. They're doing better cleaning the planes. Thank you. 4 of the major airlines. They give you an extra wipe when you sit down to wipe down your area. That's all.
It's like
great.
when you go through the car wash and they hand you a wipe and you can wipe your dashboard down.
I've never had that happen.
No?
No, where are you going?
I don't know. That's what happens when I go through a car wash.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Okay, they do board back to front. So choose a seat in the front of the aircraft. Choose a window if you can.
Okay.
Not every airline is booking seats. This is a very interesting.
Booking all seats.
Oh, sorry. Not every airline is blocking middle seats, is what I meant to say.
Okay.
Okay. So what that means is Delta and Southwest are blocking middle seats right now. Out of the 4 major airlines, they are the only 2.
Okay.
And they're selling packed flights. I'm having trouble finding words and using them tonight. So basically that means if you don't have any issue sitting like bumper to bumper next to somebody on a plane, you're fine. Book whatever airline you want. I actually prefer, like I'll show you in a minute my photo.
Yeah.
But they're booking full flights right now. You're like United.
Yeah, United. Well, so part of our vacation, we're flying American and it's all booked up. So you're going to be right next to somebody. In fact, I got you across the aisle with 2 seats that I have no idea who's going to be there.
Whatever.
I'll sit with the kids.
No,
you sit
I'm sitting
across
with
the
the kids.
aisle.
I'm not sitting by like strangers. I actually don't like.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Some of our flights are Southwest. Some of them are American. So we'll have the best of both worlds. We can compare.
Yeah. Okay. For sure. Southwest is always going to win. I mean, we are huge Southwest fans. Okay. Delta is officially blocking 50% of first class seats, meaning they're blocking them.
Right.
Like they're creating space for social distancing
for the first
40% of the main cabin.
Okay.
Restrooms, they do still let you use the lavatory. Bring your own wipes when you're in there. And meals and drinks are very limited, friends.
I heard that's happening.
Yes. We heard that from team members as well. So most of the airline shops and restaurants, they are not open, not back into full swing. So you'll want to bring your snacks. Okay? And some airlines are actually not providing any ice. I mean, so it's like a war zone out there. This is so. I have the best photo of this from. Oh, see it? I hope they can hear me talk.
No, I haven't put it up yet.
Oh
it's
my
just
gosh,
in the staging section.
I'm so excited.
See,
I read this
live.
article. Okay,
this is
it's this new
next.
airline seat design
Okay, you tell me when to show it.
It's called Inner Space Light. You can show it as long as they can still hear my audio.
Yeah, they can still hear you.
Great. It's made by aerospace manufacturer Safran and transportation technology company Universal Movement. Isn't that a fun word? It features a curved design over the middle seat that separates people sitting in the aisle and window and renders the middle seat unusable. Unlike other designs, the barrier isn't clear, so you can't see your fellow passenger.
Oh, man. Yeah, so...
And it comes with that accent, too.
Yeah, that kind of... What is that? Tell me what accent that is.
I was actually just trying to, so if I was a... airline, if I was like an airline attendant, I would start speaking like that, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, whether or not that happens, again, like to make those types of changes for a very short term, I don't know that most airlines are going to do it. I think it's because once they do it, then they're going to open up capacity again and it's not going to matter. So
there's our DoorDash.
I don't know. We'll see. Rebecca's on. Ariel says, wish I flew. Drove 15 hours to the beach, but worth it mostly.
It wasn't, Ariel.
Interesting to see how flights are. Rebecca says, yes, we've been through that together. Tammy O'Connell says, hi, guys. Hey, Tammy. Ariel says, Joanna is excited to compare the flights. Ross
Did
and I
you see my picture?
What's up, Ross?
You guys, listen, that's my dream. For sure.
Yeah.
My dream is just to have a barrier between me and the stranger, and I can just do my own thing and not breathe in germs or sweat or anyone touching me.
Yeah, no, I get it. That'd be ideal. All right, guys, let's jump into the pro tips section of our show. Want to today talk actually through kind of some fitness, staying healthy things that we've been doing the last, I used to say like 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, and it was like 8 weeks. We're literally 3 months into this at this point. And so obviously health is front and center of lots of people's minds for many reasons, but also it made most of us stop and slow down enough to go, okay, let's get some habits back. Mm-hmm. Let's get some priorities back in line. Gyms being shut down, being home all the time, stress eating, snacking, staying up late.
People wanting to shed the Corona 10.
The Corona 10.
That's what I call it.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, it happened to me.
Oh, man. Yeah, well,
It's funny.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. Isn't that funny?
Yeah. So
okay.
You gained the Corona 10. I lost the Corona 12.
Good for you.
Just saying.
Buddy.
If we're talking about...
Gosh.
If we're talking about numbers.
Makes me so mad.
Anyway.
Well, I wanted to say one thing before we launch into this.
Yeah.
Because I think that sometimes our culture can be obsessed with dieting and excessive exercise and just, my gosh, like, right? We can, the comparison trap and just, like being, I don't know, this, unattainable goal of looking perfect. And that's definitely not what this conversation is about. I think that the rhythms of life and the obstacles that life and quarantine have handed us conflict with us getting it right all the time. And so I think that we could really use a really good big measure dose of grace.
Yeah.
Like showing ourselves, coming into this conversation really with the mindset of being kind to yourself. And I gained the Corona 10. So was I happy about that? No. Can I do something about that now? Yes. Can I recognize new unhealthy habits? Yes. Can I get back to before or, achieve even better optimal health? Yes, I can. But I think just not beating ourselves up when we've come through such a big deal and such a crisis.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Actually, as long as I beat you, like everything else is just, it doesn't matter. So we're all good. I dropped this in here late.
You're so loving.
So I know you really haven't even seen this and probably don't even know what this is, but
trichotomy.
The Trichotomy of Control. I'm going to actually share this with our team here coming up.
You're bumping me.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Cheers. I'm going to share this with our team coming up. Probably won't be till we get back from vacation. But what was interesting, so I think this original kind of principle came from actually Stoicism and from Marcus Seneca, where he kind of came on the scene and said there's this dichotomy of control. There are things which you can control, and there are things which you cannot control. Okay? So that's been a huge just principle of Stoicism since then. Well, William Irvine comes on the scene. 70s, 80s, kind of a modern day philosopher type guy. He writes a book called The Good Life. So before Kanye West was rapping about the good life, William Irvine was dropping it in a book. Anyway, that's dumb. But he talks about the trichotomy of control, and he's like, so, Seneca, I see your dichotomy, but I'm going to raise you one, and it's really a trichotomy. And he talks about there's really 3 layers of this. There's things you can control, there's things you have partial control over, and then there's things you can't control at all. And so there's a little diagram here I'll throw up here, but I I think so. This helped me so much with thinking about my reaction during COVID, how I felt. So like things you can control, you have complete control over your attitudes, your energy, your habits. So this is some of the setting the foundation for this whole talk of you can control your health, your fitness, like some of these things, right?
I love this.
You love the wine or you love my talk?
I love your talk.
Awesome. Then there are things you have partial control over. So, for me, like that's running a business, needing like others' behavior, like that type of thing. And then there's areas you just have no control over. Mm-hmm. So in this situation, like the economy, COVID, like pandemics, politics, right. Like we have zero control over pandemics. And so the whole point is the more you live outside of that circle, the core circle, then your energy like begins to dissipate. And so when you live in this area, like most people live in this area of either partial control or none control. And so they complain. And so they feel powerless. They lack energy. They can be depressed. They can just kind of be like, well, whatever. It's like laissez-faire or, c'est la vie, like whatever happens to me.
Yeah.
But really the whole point here is there's a small sphere of things you have control over, but you do have control. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Right.
And if you control those things, chances are everything else is going to take care of itself. So I think what happened for me with COVID, we've been looking at that graphic for a while. So I think what happened with me with COVID was I realized I've never really lived in the zero control because I'm just like, I can't control that, whatever. But I think it really exposed how much I live in that partial control, like that struggle to partially control things, like running a business or people's behavior, or you can't shut things down. Like I've got a business to run, and it kind of makes you freak out.
Yeah.
And then so what happens is you're like, well, what can I control? I can control my attitude. I can control my habits. I can control my fitness, my health, what I'm eating, what I'm drinking, like how I'm exercising.
Yeah.
Those types of things.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I actually think that you did really well during quarantine.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I could see, I don't know, your mindset, and I actually feel like you developed healthier habits, and you kind of just, obviously you had your hard days, and as everyone did, but I felt like your self-discipline and all of that just like increased during this time. Oh,
well, I think some of that was just a front that I was putting up. I mean, most of that was a struggle. I mean, there was some weeks in there where it was like just tough for a while, but yeah, I think that's the point is it can be tough, but if at the end of the day, you're like, look, I controlled what I can control, then it's a win.
Right. And just let the rest go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, what did you do differently, health or fitness wise, or even new?
During like the last couple months?
Yes, during quarantine.
I think once we got into it, my goal was to just be active every day. Like it didn't have to be a lot, but like get out, move my body. And I think some of that was because of the weight mentally that we were dealing with.
Yeah.
By 4, 5, 6 o'clock, I was like, I gotta go out and just blow this off. The other thing was like, if I'm being completely honest, I think we were at the Delivering Wow conference the weekend before this, and I spoke, and I saw just some of the photography and video come back of me, and this is the vainness inside of me, but I saw it and I was like, oh, I look bigger than normal. And I kind of just didn't like that. And a shirt that usually fits well looked just a little bit too snug, and I was like, I don't like that. So I think I was already coming back with like, I've let myself pick up an extra 10 pounds, and then this happened, and I was like, this is a great time. I'm going to control this. So it was moving my body every day. That honestly, at the beginning, was just consisted of push-ups. Like I'm going to do push-ups every day. I started off at about 100 and increase from there, and running. Like, let me get out, run 3 miles, 4 miles, nothing crazy, 2 miles, whatever. But yeah, and then really just controlling my diet and kind of being careful what I ate. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Good job.
It wasn't anything groundbreaking.
You and those push-ups.
Yeah.
Man, drive me crazy. That is not my strength. But other things are.
What did you do differently? when all this happened, like the last 3 months, what have you done differently?
Everything went outside. I went outside. I mean, I just would work and then run outside to take breaks and then take the kids outside. Any type of break or evening, I was running outside, hiking, biking, Monday night walks with you. I mean, everything just went outdoors instead of being contained in a gym and in the process or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, I stuck with it. Like I actually felt like I was going to go crazy if I didn't move my body every day.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like an over exercising mindset. It was really just, I'm not going to survive this if I don't get out and move.
Yeah.
Working out in the basement. I did a few Orange Theory workouts. They put up some virtual ones. I honestly didn't love them. I just am not. They're probably, I think our chairs are locked or something.
I'm sorry, I keep hitting you.
Accidentally.
Just push me.
We locked our chairs together because we just wanted to be closer. So I don't know. So eventually I just made my own workout. I just created my own circuit in the basement, and that went much better, and I felt more motivated, and probably because I was controlling what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I did some juicing. I found a really cool new juice place and called Clean Juice locally, and I just started grabbing tons of that every week for myself and the kids and you. I don't know, a couple cons I would say. I mean, I definitely, in spite of how much I was working out or whatever, I let some of my healthy diet habits kind of go, and I introduced sugar and definitely way too many chips. If anybody knows me, I'm like a fries girl, I'm a chips girl, I'm a sodium girl. I could just leave sugar all day long. One day I might open up like a wine and fries shop.
Wine and fries.
And it's going to be epic.
That's what's up.
Like truffle fries, like all the kinds of fries.
Truffle fries and red wine.
Man, I mean, so those are my love languages, or a couple of them. But anyways, I'm not a huge fan of even sugar in general, but I noticed that I was like, oh, there's all this stress, and just, it's the same mindset or the same kind of triggers that happen with so many people. When you feel overwhelmed or stressed, you eat, right?
Yeah.
You drink more, you eat more of foods that you're not supposed to be, eating, or that aren't really helping your body thrive. I would go and like melt dark chocolate and then dip it in almond butter. So he would go to bed, and I would be like,
this was happening after I headed upstairs to bed, right?
I would just take an extra 10 minutes and melt chocolate, dip it in my gorgeous almond butter, and I mean, I was having a euphoric experience. The other thing I would do was I would make and create. I know I just used that word. Everyone hang in there, you're fine. I would also make my own s'mores in the microwave.
Wow, the truth comes out. I feel like now I should like come downstairs. Like I should go upstairs, like get ready.
Never come back.
If you're not up there, I'm gonna sneak back down. I'm gonna find you with like chocolate all over your face.
No, I know. Oh, for sure. Yeah, if you looked in the sink, you'd be like, oh man. It's like a crime scene investigation in the sink.
It's just chocolate
spoons with almond butter and chocolate. So that contributed to the Corona 10 that happened.
Probably.
I'm just being really honest. So now when I go to bed, I have little things that I say in my head, and I'm like, run to bed, run away.
Run to bed.
Run.
Joanna, run, Joanna. Don't look back.
Run.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Post-its up on the pantry door. Don't. It's not worth it. Don't you get that marshmallow.
Oh man. So that was kind of the last 12 weeks. Some things that we're doing now that have helped. We've had some good habits, and as a family, one of these is meal prepping. So are we gonna recover?
I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm just visually picturing myself baking s'mores in the microwave. We have a stupid little microwave. It's like,
So now you're taking shots at the microwave?
it's really small because I know that microwaves are toxic.
So you have a small one?
I haven't laughed in a while.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we have a small microwave because microwaves are toxic.
But I still love it when
But
it
you
comes to
nuke your s'mores.
Well, starting like a campfire at like 11 would be way too much work. Okay, all right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so meal prep. We try to meal prep every week. I actually sit down. It's one of my kind of roles I play. I sit down on Sunday and I meal prep through the week. So we've got meals up. We have a pantry door. It's made of glass. I write down the meals. I plan the week, and then I write a grocery list, and I go to the store and get everything. So our goal is we typically eat out twice a week. Usually Wednesday night and then Friday night, and then we will make sure at least 3 of our other meals are vegetarian.
Yeah.
And that's been fun. Got some vegetarian books, vegan books off Amazon. You can cook really, really good, even though it's vegetarian. So,
oh, for sure. And you feel so much lighter.
Yeah.
I think it's a good balance that we've found between having some protein and meat, and then also vegetarian. I think when we went 100% vegetarian, we felt like we were like dragging a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, yeah.
So,
but overall, I feel better on it.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So, but that's my advice. Do it on Saturday, do it on Sunday, whenever. Start your week, meal prep, go to the store, plan your meals. You don't have to like cook it all then or portion control it, or whatever, like prep it all. Just get everything, plan your meals. You'll be way better at following that the rest of the week.
And that has been something that, I mean, literally you have stepped up to lead in our family.
Literally? You've stepped up. Literally?
And
stepped up.
If you haven't watched Parks and Rec, you and I cannot be friends. You need to go and watch that and binge watch it and then watch it again, okay?
What are some good things that we're doing now?
Okay. Well, something I would encourage. It's like on all red on mine.
I was highlighting it for you.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, he's prompting me. So one thing I would encourage that you can do that really doesn't cost any money or even a doctor's visit is check your family for food allergies. And that might sound really scary, but I often talk with so many people who constantly, their kids have chronic upper respiratory issues and are just chronic, they're catching viruses all the time. And my recommendation would definitely be to do a food elimination test. This is something you can do just by literally eliminating it from your diet and keeping a journal and keeping track of your kids' health. And I know that like with Aaliyah, she had chronic ear infections to the point where, I mean, she had tubes put in and they continued after that. And I knew with my food allergies, and it was more of a recent discovery, once I took it out of her diet, meaning dairy and also gluten. But I think that dairy, it definitely is a contributor to mucus and inflammation. And so it was a game changer for her. So I definitely would encourage you to just take a step back and look at anything that could be autoimmune or even just taking out like foods that are triggering your system. And you can do that on your own. And if you need any guidance, you can just ask me because I kind of hack my way through that.
Typically, if kids are having chronic issues, chances are it could be very much allergy related. So it's worth it.
I'm gonna say something. And listen, people might get mad at me. Stop letting your kids have food with food dyes in them. So when they ask for the ring pops at the pool, no, that is like death. No, I am that mom. I'm like, sorry, you can't have that. There is maybe once, twice a year where I finally am like, this is an exception. This is basically rat poison and you're going to put it in your mouth. I don't mess around anymore.
I bought, a couple weeks ago, we were at the store with the kids. They wanted some Jell-O. I'm like, looking at it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's gluten-free, it's dairy-free. Like, we're good. There's no peanuts in it. Like, it's easy. A little bit of sugar, but it's summertime. Let's have some fun. We come home. she pulls it out. She's like, "Do you understand the food diets in this?" I'm like, "But it's so
and it's red, which
good
is
and so many other things," and it just went straight in the trash.
Yeah,
and the kids
so
watched it.
That.
So
and then I donate if he buys regular Gatorade. Did you know there's organic Gatorade?
It's my life.
Did you know there's organic Gatorade, people, with no food dye in it? And I know my kid gets like made fun of a little bit with his friends. He has super nice friends, but at lunch they'll make fun of him because he's an organic Gatorade. And I'm like, sorry, that's the only kind you get, bro. So.
All right, another. You got more? You got more?
Oh, it's all you.
I mean, it was like one sentence in the notes, but it's been going on for a while. Next one I do specifically is intermittent fasting. So I
do it too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I've started. It's very effective.
It's like, you're joking with me.
I put this in there.
I know, but I thought because I do it.
No. Well, I'm copying you.
Oh, okay. So intermittent fasting. So look, here's like the two sides of this. One is it's a way for me to control my calorie intake every day. Just flat out, just period.
It's like a hack.
It is. I don't eat breakfast, and usually lunch is later, and sometimes it's light. It's like today it was a macro bar and a little like snack pack of almonds.
Yeah.
You know, so 300 calories or whatever. And then that gives me permission to kind of not care what I eat for dinner. And then if I have a snack later, late night, it's like,
feel bad.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. So I know that those are the times I'm going to enjoy eating more, and I usually am working and focused in the day. Sometimes I don't even think about it.
Right.
And it's fine. So it's a psychological hack. Number two, though, it's just good for your body. The research behind it of just what it does is it creates this, it's called autophagy or autophagy, and it's basically getting your cells to burn the junk cells in your body, or the junk, like
burn that junk.
Yeah, burn that junk.
He says that all the time.
I don't say burn that junk, but
junk.
But it mimics fasting, and when your body fasts, it starts to look for alternate sources of energy. Right. One of those is just cells that aren't functioning, that are broken down. They start to burn them. So some of the thinking is if those start to build up in your body, that's what starts to create cancerous rebel like type cells. So intermittent fasting overall is a great idea for you. It's a psychological hack. It's a calorie hack. It's also really good for you. So I highly recommend it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The only time it is a little challenging sometimes is in the morning on Mondays, if I've been doing that, and I start feeling jittery. Like I start feeling like an adrenaline rush because I've had coffee and celery juice and nothing else. Yeah. And all my supplements, and I'm like, zoom, and I'm like, whoa. Yeah.
I actually don't take supplements until I eat food, so I always like postpone it until the afternoon. Just
even your like B12 and stuff.
Yeah.
You're fine sleeping?
I can't do, because it's somewhere between like that 2 to 5 p.m. I'll take my supplements, but I just can't do them on an empty stomach.
No, I can't either. Yeah. It makes me feel like nauseous, so it's been, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good to know. Okay, so moving on. Celery juice. I have been juicing celery consistently for, I don't know, about 2 years, I believe. And between 8 and 16 ounces, or juicing organic celery every day has been proven to heal anxiety, depression, unwanted weight gain or weight loss, brain fog, gut problems, eczema, migraines, bloating, vertigo. I mean, everyone will respond to it differently. You have to juice first thing in the morning. It has to be the first thing that goes into your gut or your stomach. And I would say for me, I have celiac and I have another autoimmune, I have 2 autoimmune disorders that I deal with. And I would say that juicing celery has really helped just boost my immune system in general to fight off viruses and bacteria.
Yeah.
I don't like to say this ever, but I have not caught a cold or an upper respiratory or the flu in 2 years.
Since COVID.
No. What? No.
Since you had COVID back.
The guy behind this, I put the link in since I've had COVID.
Yeah, since you had COVID. I haven't been sick since COVID.
I didn't have COVID. No offense to anyone who did. That's not cool, Josh, to make fun. The medical medium guy has begun this celery juice movement, and his name is Anthony William. I would highly recommend if you're looking to get into this. It's just a simple thing you can do for your body and probably increase your energy, immunity, and everything in the mornings.
So that book is about celery juice?
Yes, it's about celery juice, all the benefits.
Though it has oranges on the front?
Well, no, he gives you all of these recipes.
Oh, I see.
To so many fantastic immune boosting, body healing. Yes.
Yeah.
All the things.
Yeah.
For sure.
Linda Sherman says, you look hot tonight, Joanna.
Oh my goodness, Linda, I miss dancing with you. When is that going to happen again?
Carrie says, this is the best. I'm laughing here with you. Truly, we're on the same page. Love those s'mores too, and try to ignore the toxic situation.
So we talked about your push-ups. I think, do you want to mention any of those anymore? I mean, listen, the push-ups I mean, I've always thought Josh was hot. I'm like, the push-ups just adds to the hotness level.
It does?
It has, honey, yeah.
Like in what way?
I'm not gonna get it.
Tell me about the push-ups.
Stop it. But it's really funny. Like, I want to make fun of him because he's always like, I walk downstairs and he's just there, like, you know, doing his push-ups. I'm like, dear God, it probably makes me angry because I can basically do 5, but it's fine. Okay, another pro tip, consistent workouts. I typically do 3 Orange Theories. I pre-schedule them, and that gets my butt up out of bed. There's a fee, an actual fine if you don't cancel 10 to 12 hours ahead of time. I think it's 10 hours. Yeah.
That's been one of the benefits of gyms right now, like being on a reservation system, is you actually have to go in, get them, and you're like, oh, like you feel motivated to keep those appointments.
Yeah. And actually Orange Theory, they locked onto that even before COVID. Yeah. It was always been like that. Yeah. So if you don't go to a class, you're getting fined $12. Yeah. Yeah.
CrossFit hasn't. They're just doing that. But yeah, it's amazing. Like when you have those, like you go, I mean, I had this conversation yesterday. I went to CrossFit and I was working out with, everybody has this perception of like the people that work out at CrossFit, which is fine. I'm working out with like...
I do a little. I do.
I'm working out with like 5 like middle-aged women, all like moms. It was me and them. So it was like 6 of us. And at one point, one of them was like, do you know you're the only guy in the room? And I'm like, ha ha, yeah, I know. But they got in this whole conversation about how like, if they're like, would we do this on our own? Like never would do this on our own. Like we're here because like they're all there because of each other and because they sign up and it forces them to be there, you know? And so that's like what a gym membership is all about.
You
so,
making friends with all the moms?
I do. I make friends with all the,
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's good. That's really funny because I always think that CrossFit is like massive guys in there and it intimidates me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a lot of normal people that do, the guys that do come in, they're like, they don't want to talk to anybody anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think the bottom line, we can agree, working out alone can be really hard long term. And so finding your community and that accountability can be a game changer.
Yeah.
Lastly, I have committed to myself to cut back on the sodium and sugar intake. So I write down weekly and daily, you will not eat a bag of chips tonight. You will not eat any gummy bears. Yeah. Have you guys heard of the gummy bears? The brand is Black Forest. They're freaking fantastic. You gonna get them? Yeah. The only problem is you can get them on Amazon. They're like 6 pounds. Are they 6 pounds? It's a...
Yeah, this is what happens in our house.
It's a 6-pound bag. But isn't that better than like, I don't know.
6 pound bag. This
ice cream. Actually, can I have some right now?
This is on, no, here's the other part. This is the problem. This is on a subscription with Amazon, right?
I know. And then he told me, he was like, well, if you're not eating them anymore, why are you having these 6-pound bags? So at one point, we had almost 18 pounds.
We had 3 of these here. 18 pounds of gummy bears. Like who? And she's not eating them.
Oh, I mean, I know.
And she doesn't let the kids eat them because there's red food dye.
No, there's not. What?
No, look, it says right here.
Oh, don't even do that. You're messed up. That's so messed up. Oh my gosh, I would freak out. Okay, all right. So, let's see, guys, comment on any of your healthy snack options because here's where I am right now. I'm struggling. Oh, these are so yummy. I'm just gonna have like a couple.
I will not eat gummy bears. I will not eat gummy bears.
Look how cute they are. Oh, he's upside down. Look.
Yeah, they're good.
They're good.
All right.
Really.
Anything else
Anybody
before we
who's
wrap
been
up?
Yeah, I'm not done.
Oh,
what time is it?
well,
we have
we're
5
getting
minutes.
there.
We're fine.
Right.
Stop it. Stop rushing everything. Okay. If you have any good, healthy late night snack options, please comment right now because I'm struggling. I cut out the chips, but now I'm like, what do I do? Another thing is the Scots are addicted to water bottles, and you got me this really great gift for, I think, Christmas or my birthday or I don't
Your
know.
birthday.
My birthday. So I have 2 of these hydro flasks. I recommend just filling this guy up at least twice a day, or 2.5 times, and try and get half of your body weight in ounces. You need to drink that daily. So for me, when we're talking about like 70 ounces of water or whatever. So if I actually do 2 of these, I think about 2.5. I'm good. The last thing I'll say is just supplements. I'm always amazed that I talk with so many people who don't take any supplements. They don't think they need it. They think they just get everything they need from food.
Yeah.
I would recommend talk with a nutritionist, talk with your doctor or a friend who's knowledgeable, and find some really good vitamins to add into your diet, because I guarantee you're not getting everything from food sources. I order mine from, it's fullscript.com. My favorite brand is called Pure. So it's very organic. It makes me feel really good. I have tried 100 different supplements that make me feel like trash. So anyways, this one, it was a big deal to find that brand.
All right. Before we wrap up, a healthy mindset is not about shaming yourself. It's not about comparing yourself to others in real life or Instagram. Totally true. Guys do this too.
Yeah.
A healthy mindset is not about dieting excessively or not eating, nutritious food. It's not about over-exercising, over-drinking, overeating, over anything because of stress.
Not about numbing yourself, right?
Yeah. It's not about excessive exercising to the point of exhaustion. I know you've done that. I've done that. It's definitely, you can get to a point where it's like your body needs a break, so that's not healthy either, to just keep pushing. And it's not about never allowing yourself to stop and breathe and exhale and enjoy a pizza night every now and then, or fries and wine, or red food dye. So,
I don't know about that last one. But yeah,
but a healthy mindset does include...
Completely, yeah. Well, making a plan that supports your goals or the goals that you have for long-term health. So sitting down and actually thinking about what those are.
Yep. Showing
yourself grace when you don't stick to the plan. Speaking positively to yourself and to your body. You can, just a few hacks, like write Post-its on your desk or planner, or even write yourself a note in like a chalk marker or erasable marker on your mirror. Whatever that is. Surrounding yourself with accountability and people who push you to grow. And get to that next level of fitness, that next level of health. Yeah. Educating yourself so you can make informed choices about your body. And again, allowing yourself to have one cheat night per week. I think that's important to build in to kind of motivate yourself for eating really healthy the rest of the week.
Yeah. My advice overall is I think health and healthy lifestyle, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, is just working in the little tiny habits. Just keep working them in.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Vanessa Emerson is here. Hey, how are you? Adam Zilko is watching. Hey, guys, what's up? Thanks for being on our show tonight, guys. Also, we
Benji's so mad right now. Why are you mad, Benji? Why?
I don't know. Guys, one thing, we produce this show airs live on Facebook every Wednesday night at 6, but then we also kick it over to all of our favorite podcast channels. You're welcome to consume it there as well. Go to iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, search The Not So Late Show. You'll find us there. Hit subscribe, and you can catch it up with us later. Dee Dee Martin's here. Hey, Dee Dee, what's up? Guys, thanks so much for being here. Good time, good show.
Yeah.
You feel good about it?
It was fun, for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging with us, people, friends.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Next week.
All right.